Andrea, you have done an amazing job of helping all of the listeners understand the kind of mindset that people at all levels can have to take action, even if they don't feel that they've got a full plan, even if they don't feel that they've got it all figured out about how to accomplish these wonderful objectives of being more inclusive, especially so that there are environments where your communities are inviting all kinds of residents, all kinds of families with different backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about some of the specific actions that you and your team members at all levels have made as a result of this intentionality?
Well, I think we've created a safe space for people. I'll give you an easy example. In our accounting department, our financial services group at our home office, we had 2 associates who practice Holy, the celebration of Holy, and said, we'd love to share this with others. So they got together, they presented it to their supervisor, said, go for it, and created this whole day where they taught us the principles. We did henna tattoos. We did the whole thing, but they brought their faith and their culture to others, but they felt safe to do that. They felt free to do that. They felt welcome to do it, and they had huge attendance, and people were really excited and really got on board with it. So it's just it's creating a space that says it's okay to do this. I'll give you maybe one of the most powerful examples that I can think of is we have a person who came to work with us who's a gay man, and he started just before Pride Month. And one of the things that we did for that year with Pride Month is we invited all of our communities, our teams, to send in photos or video of them celebrating Pride. So sometimes some people just wore Pride shirts. Others spoke up in honoring like a teammate that they wanted to rally around. We had residents who did a Pride parade. We had all sorts of things, and we cobbled that together and shared this video. And he wrote, he asked if he could share a few words that ultimately he put on our company intranet site. He's relatively new with our organization, and put out a statement that said, essentially, when he started in his thought he was going to kind of begin his professional career, he was just figuring out who he was as a person in the Deep South in the early 90s, just a different time, and felt this need to hide, and that he had, he was going to have to hide from himself. He later worked for a company when gay marriage or same-sex marriage was legalized, and that night got an email from the company saying same-sex marriage may be legal, but not in our company, saying to him essentially that my skills are welcome here, but I am not. And his message was, this is the first place I have ever worked my entire career when I felt like I could be myself. And I can tell people why that matters. So he put out this statement. I read it. In fact, he came by my office recently when I had the picture up, and I was reading it. He was like, what? Wait. But just to giving people that freedom to share those words were so powerful for me that I literally go back and read them a couple times a year. I just say, I don't wonder what, let me go back and refresh. And it just still gives me goosebumps every single time to give someone the freedom to be their authentic self at work, and to know it's okay. I can be this.
We have associates, we have residents, we have family members that aren't comfortable with anything that you're talking about.
It's true.
So in that kind of example that you shared, how do you acknowledge that discomfort and deal with it?
Well, I said before, and I really do believe this, it's not my right, it's not my responsibility, and frankly, it's not even within my scope of talents and skills and authority to change someone's beliefs. But what I can do is introduce new ways of thinking. I can share information. I can model behavior in the hopes that others will follow suit. We had we do a workshop. If there's things happening all day long in communities. There's activities, programming, things for residents to do all day long. And we did a workshop on pronouns for our residents. And some people would go, again, 85 years old, they're not going to change their view on this. Why? They probably won't even be interested. They live in the same society. Our residents live in the same society we live in. They want to know. They wanted to know. We had one resident who said, I feel empowered. I feel knowledgeable. I feel like I can live in this world in a different way because I have this knowledge. So giving people the freedom to express that, whether they choose to participate and engage, that's not my place. I can just present opportunities. I can share information. I can model behavior. That's what I can do.